How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to go over my dividends and what I got for June 2020 versus May 2020. So just a 1 month increase, and I want to go through it because I think it's pretty cool to see your dividends grow over time. Mine grew a significant amount, and I want to go through that, talk about what I kind of want to do with this in the future, and talk to you about some upcoming plans that I have. So I think I'm going to put this actually up on Sunday or Saturday, but I'm going to do 2 videos that day. So I posted one right before this. It's actually a WeBull review. So I am an affiliate of WeBull, but I did a really honest review where I tried to look at the pros and cons of WeBull and talk to you about what I use it for, because I do invest on it, but I don't invest a lot. Most of the time I invest through M1 Finance and Robinhood, but honestly, I really like WeBull to track different stocks, and I don't really love Robinhood as much as other people. So I'm considering actually moving over some of my stocks from Robinhood to an M1 Finance portfolio. And I'm thinking about starting from zero and building it up over time. And I really want to do a dedicated portfolio that's just for dividends, because in M1 Finance and Robinhood, I have a significant amount of money, at least for me, but I have dividend stocks mixed with growth stocks, and that can kind of bring my average down. So if you didn't know, before we get into the dividends here, I have a significant amount in dividends, but most of it is in index funds. So I have maybe a third to a half of my portfolio in index funds, and then maybe another quarter of it in growth stocks, and then maybe just a quarter of it in dividend producing companies. So it can bring down my monthly dividends significantly compared to if I had this all in dividend stocks. So I have about $30,000 invested. Now I only get maybe about $700 a year in dividends, and if I had it all invested in dividend stocks, I could probably get between $1,000 and $2,000 depending on how I invested it. But that is a lot more than what I have now. Like I said, it's about 3 times less than that, so I make $600 as opposed to maybe $1,800. But as we look at it, again, this is shot on Thursday, so the stock prices might be different, but you can see it's a very good day in the market today. Tesla stock up almost 8% on some interesting news from their Q2 earnings. I'll actually link to a video here where I talked about it. But as you can see here, you go down the line, almost every stock in my portfolio is doing well. There are a couple that are actually down on the day, but most of my significant holdings are up. And that's good to see, but stock prices are something that can go up and down with time. What is really cool about dividends is they are usually a lot more stable than stock prices. So if there's some news in the market, or if something happens where they're talking about another shutdown, or there's just negative news, stock prices on any individual stock can dip 10 to 20%. Now dividends typically stay about the same no matter what kind of news comes out. Now obviously companies can cut dividends, but it's not like a day-to-day thing like stocks are, like stock prices are, where they can go up and down. Like the company says, okay, we're going to pay a 30-cent dividend next quarter. Actually, now it's just a 29-cent. Now it's a 32-cent. It's not like that. So they're usually pretty stable. Companies want to grow this over time. And if we look over my M1 portfolio, you can see here pretty significant amount of money in there, at least for me, about $14,000. This is all just in Roth IRA. So again, I was thinking about starting my other portfolio as a brokerage account in here. But let's take a look at last quarter dividends. So on June 11, Skyworks Solution paid me $1.70, so not life-changing or anything. Realty Income pays $1.19. They're actually a monthly dividend company that I really like. That day, actually, STNG pays me 58 cents. Qualcomm pays me almost $4. SPHD pays me $1.60. And then the VNQ Vanguard REIT Index Fund pays me almost $8 on June 30. So that is pretty nice to see. So as we go to Robinhood, we can see here that starting in June 5, I got a dividend from Nordic American Tankers for over $5. From Walgreens, I got about $1. From Realty Income, in this portfolio, I got 23 cents. This will actually go up a good amount because I bought a lot more Realty Income. I think this is when I just had 1 share. I got $1.30 from Qualcomm. I got 36 cents from PepsiCo, so a very small amount there. And then I got, this is actually July, but I got SPHD. I got a dividend there. So then I also have some for later July, but this is what I have from this month. And if we look at my Excel spreadsheet, I compare it to the month before. So in M1, my May dividends were $18.34. This month, just over 16. In Robinhood, I went from $5.60 up to $8. I got some dividends in my 401k, which my 401k is all in index funds, and most of the dividends I get in there are from the two positions that I hold less of, because the index that I hold the most of, which is like 80% of the 401k, doesn't pay dividends. And then I also have a little bit from an RIA, which is a retirement investment account through my work. It's actually set up kind of like a pension plan, but it grows interest. And overall, I went from about $28.61 to $34.19. So not a huge amount by any means. So this might be very small compared to what you get, but it's $6 more a month. And this is not the best month for me, neither was May. I think July is going to be really good. I have a couple index funds that pay out in July that are going to pay probably a good amount. Also, one of my largest holdings is actually my HSA, or my health savings account, and that's through Fidelity. And they paid a small dividend back in April, I believe, but they pay most of the dividend in winter each year. So they pay maybe like 10 or 20% of a dividend in the spring month, and then they pay like 80% in winter, just because of the index that I'm in. They set it up kind of funky. But I think when I have that hit in December, I think it is, or January, I'm going to get like $100 from that dividend. So it's going to be pretty significant, pretty nice to see in here. But again, it's just going to go up over time. I'd be interested in hearing what you guys think of this. Are you focused on dividends? I think it's something where I don't ever envision myself going all to dividends or all to a dividend portfolio, because I think you miss out on some of the stocks like Tesla that can do quite well over time, and you kind of bottleneck yourself a little bit. But it's really cool to see your dividends grow. I continue to invest in more dividend companies. Like I bought Realty Income this month. I bought, I think, SPHD. I bought a lot more of the tankers. I just continue to try to buy these good quality companies over time. If we look at my history in my Robinhood portfolio, I bought most of my shares, I think, in Robinhood this last month. You can see here, I bought Realty Income. I bought $230 worth. I bought Qualcomm. I bought DHT. All three of these pay really nice dividends. Bought Scorpio Tankers. I bought Coca-Cola. I had sold Pepsi, or I actually sold Coca-Cola. I apologize, to buy Pepsi. I bought Facebook. So as you can see here, I'm not just buying all dividend stocks. Facebook doesn't pay a dividend. I sold ADT just because it was a free share that I got. I bought more STNG. I bought Tesla. I bought Facebook, Berkshire Hathaway, Disney, which will pay a dividend eventually. Simon Property Group pays a nice dividend, so they're actually a real estate investment trust. And I'll link to a video that I made just the other day. I think that they're going to do quite well over time. I think that they're down right now, but they can continue to kind of innovate as they come back from the economy being shut down. And I talk about other REITs in that video too, so check that out if you haven't seen it. Then I bought STNG, Facebook, Nordic American Tankers I just bought today, but I just bought a small amount like I had said previously. But I continue to add these good quality companies over time, and it's just going to continue to increase my dividends. I'm just excited to see it go up. Hopefully it continues to go up over time. I think really on a year-over-year basis, you're going to see it a lot more than a month-over-month. Like I said here, I increased $6, which isn't really that significant, and it could just be due to the month of the year. But as you can tell here, I bought probably, $1,000, $2,000 worth of stock this month, which for me is actually really significant. I haven't tallied up how much I spent here, but that's a lot of money for me. So it's just interesting to see it, and I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry, it might have been a little bit jumbled here, but I just wanted to show you what I did and how my dividends are going up over time. I continue and I plan on continuing to update this and tell you each month. So I appreciate it, guys. Let me know how much your dividends increased this month. And if you guys want some free stocks, there are links to WeBull, there are links to M1 Finance, there are links to Robinhood, all in the description below. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.